Let us talk about a term known as medical termination of pregnancy, or otherwise abbreviated as MTP, and in common language if we have to put it, it is induced abortion. This is getting rid of the child when unwanted pregnancy has occurred. That is leading to a condition where the parents or the female prefers an induced abortion, and that has to be done under medical supervision. That is why it is known as medical termination of pregnancy. You will be surprised to know that as much as 50 million MTPs are carried out annually in the world. 50 million. If we have to put it in terms of crores, 5 crores of MTPs are carried out every year, and this amounts to almost 1/5 of total cases of conceiving a child. Okay. So, you can make it out that it is such a huge practice that is being carried out. What could be the reasons for carrying out MTP we are going to see, but before that you need to know that this legalizing this medical termination of pregnancy is a big issue everywhere, that it should be legalized. The problem is that if it is carried out by quacks and unpractitioners, those who do not have any practice in this, then it becomes a problem both for the fetus, and as you know, fetus has to be killed, but it becomes a problem for the mother. Okay. Now, in what cases this MTP has to be carried out? First one would be that the unwanted pregnancy has occurred because of unprotected sexual intercourse, or it could be because the protective measure, contraceptive measure that you have taken, it does not work, okay, in that case. And otherwise there is a case of, unfortunate case of rapes where the females are made pregnant, so they also have to get rid of the unwanted pregnancies. Now, as I told you, this has to be done in and under the supervision of some medical practitioner. It should not be carried out illegally at your own whims and fancies, because this involves a fatal threat. Okay. Now, what is the suitable time for carrying out this medical termination of pregnancy? That is first trimester. Okay. First trimester is the period, that is up to 12 weeks of pregnancy, the females can think of a safe termination of pregnancy, okay, and that would be a safer period. After this, the second trimester becomes a dangerous case where there are chances that the female's health could be compromised. Now, apart from this, this entire issue is a little bit problematic, because people usually what they do is they find out the sex of the child. If it is a female, then they do the process of female feticide. So, that is also a little bit problematic. What we need to do is we need to counsel the people about this, its ill effects, and just make sure that first of all this condition does not arise. If it arises, it is carried out not vaguely but under some medical practitioner, and which is the most suitable period for carrying out this MTP process. Okay. So, as I told you in the beginning, this is a huge industry in a way. So, people do try to make out money out of it. Even the doctors, they also try to make out money out of it, because everything becomes commercialized. Though this is a life giving and life taking away issue, still, because unwanted pregnancies, if they are under control, somehow population control is there, it is beneficial for the human race, but at the same time we must take care that it is carried out in the best possible way without harming the individual, especially the mothers. Nowadays there is another trend that the teenagers are getting too much into this reproductive age, and they perform the sexual activities and they consider it like they have all the knowledge about it. But this part should remain as one area where they should not enter into without expertise in it, okay, because finally it's about the case where the individual who is undergoing this MTP can also die, okay. That is why they need medical practitioners, and induced abortion should be carried out in presence of a qualified doctor only. It should not be practiced, or because it is a taboo in certain countries, it should not be, people should go somewhere and try to find out the sex of the fetus and then practice female feticide, all these things, they are under the ambit of this medical termination of pregnancy only. And what is the solution for such mishappenings in the society? All is that people need to be counseled well about the reproductive health. So, this is all about MTP. Please remember the time where it is most suitable. It is in the first 3 months. After that, it becomes complicated for even the doctors and individual's life as well.